यूनाम याः सकुटुम्भस्य chen xiang chu nam adhiyasya xiu mei huang nam yaha jian yu zhu nam adhiyasya ting hu chu nam yaha wei chuan huang nam yaha li mei huang nam yaha sakutumbhasya xiu mei huang nam adhiyasya chen xiang chu nam adhiyasya jian wu zhu nam adhiyasya Tingqiu Chu Nam Yaha, Wei Chuan Huang Nam Yaha, Li Zhen Huang Nam Yaha, Sakutumbhasya, Tingqiu Chu Nam Yaha, Chen Tiang Chu Nam Theyasya, Tiu Mei Huang Nam Yadeyasya, Jia Yu Zhu Nam Theyasya, Li Mei Huang Nam Yaha, Li Zhen Huang Nam Yaha, Sakutumbhasya cha Brahmakapala Vishnupada Kalabhairava Vapuswarupa Shri Kailasonnata Dvadashanta Shyamala Petharuda Shri Meenakshi Sundareshwara Bhinnaswarupa Parashiva Putra Ratna Kumara Gurumanya Tulyavatara Shri Parvati Sthanyapana Labdha Divya Jnana Vishruta Sakala Nigama Gamasara Bhuta Dravida Veda Pravaktre Shrimat Paramashiva Karuna Samadhikata Mukta Maya Chaturashraya Nagiyamana Chatra Chamara Shri Chinhaka Haladi Samasta Birada Valyalankrita Jnana Vijnana Chakravarti Sarva Jana Sangha Sadyo Nirvana Diksha Vyayapa Varga Varsha Vishrana Jimuta Paramata Khalabakesari Shaiva Siddhanta Sthapanacharya Shri Rajadiraja Pandya Maharaja Guru Kshapana Shakhyadi Mahandhakara Nivarana Jnana Bhanu Vikshana Narharha Dvadhochedana Purvaka Shrimad Vrishabhadvajastapaka Shaiva Samaya Kartre Sarvajna Petharuda Shri Jagadguru Shri Jnana Sambandha Deshika Swami Vagisha Sundara Manikya Vachaka Swami Nam Avatara Bhuta Shri Jnana Sambandha Swami Punaruddhrita Shyamala Pita Sarvajna Pita Trinavatyuttara Dvishatatama Guru Mahasannidhana Arunagiri Yogishwara Paramparagata Arunachala Sarvajna Pitha Guru Mahasannidhana Kailasa Paramparagata Kanchi Kailasa Sarvajna Pitha Trayastrimshaduttara Dvishatatama Guru Mahasannidhana Nityotsava Nitya Mangala Nitya Kalyana Nitya Rajita Kailasa Paramparagata Adi Kailasa Nityananda Pita Mahasamsthana Mahasimhasana Pita Kartre Sakshat Sri Paramashiva Samudbhuta Kailasa Paramparagatha Vaivasvatamanu Ikshwaku Harishchandra Bhagirada Shri Ramachandra Shurasena Ityadyanavachinna Sarvabhauma Chakravarti Pradaya Pravarthaka Manu Dharma Shasana Surya Vamsha Prapta Sarvajna Pita Surangi Samrajya Murdha Bhishikta Chuda Mane Sakshat Sri Nirvana Kapila Maha Guru Punaruddhrita Mahanirvani Pita Ashtottara Saha Shri Bhagavanuvacha Urdhvamulamadha Shakham Ashwatham Prahuravyayam Chandhamsi Yasya Parnani Yastham Veda Savedhavit. Shri Bhagavan says, the imperishable banyan tree of life, symbolized by the Ashwatha, has its roots above with the leaves and branches spreading below the earth. The leaves are said to be the Vedic hymns. One who knows this eternal tree becomes the knower of the Vedas. Adhaschordhvam prakrutastasya shakha guna pravriddha vrishayah pravalaha adhascha moolan anusantatani karmanubandhini manushya loke. The branches of this tree extend below and above the earth, nourished by the tree human attributes guna. Its buds are the sense objects. This tree also has roots going down, and these are bound by the resultant actions of humans. Na rupamasye na tathopalabhyate nanto na chadir na cha sampratishtha ashwattamenam suvirudhamulam ashanga shastrena dridhena chitva. The real form of this tree cannot be perceived. No one can understand where it ends, where it begins, or where its foundation is. But with determination, one must cut down this strongly rooted tree with the weapon of detachment. Tatah padam tat parimargitavyam yasmin gata na nivartanti bhuyaha tameva chadhyam purusham prapadye yathah pravritti prashrutat purani. One must then seek that place from which, having gone, one never returns, and surrender to the Supreme Being, from whom all activities started from the ancient times. Nirmana moha jita sanga dosha adhyatma nitya vinivritta kamaha dvandvair vimukta sukha dukha sangyer gachyantya mudha padamavyayam tat. Those who are free from pride, delusion and detachment, those who dwell in the self, who are done with lust, who are free from dualities of joy and sorrow, not confused, and those who know how to surrender to the Supreme Person, attain the eternal consciousness. Na tad bhasayate suryo na shashanko na pavakaha yad gatva na nivartante tad dhama paramam mama. That supreme space of eternal consciousness, my consciousness, is not illuminated by the sun, nor the moon, nor by fire. Those who enter that space never return to this material world. Mamevamso jiva loke jiva bhuta sanatanaha manashyasdhani indriyani prakritisthani karshati. The living entities in this conditioned material world are a portion of my eternal self. In this conditioned material world, they are attracted by the six senses, which include the mind, dwelling in Prakriti, the active energy principle. Shariram yadavapnoti yacchatyukramati shvaraha grihitvaitani samyati Vayurgandhani vashayat. The spirit in the mind body living in this material world moves from one body to another, carrying these just as air carries aroma. Shrotram chakshus sparshanam cha rasanam ghranameva cha adhisthaya manaschayam vishayanupasevate. The living entity, the spirit, leaves one body, takes some other body, and gets new eyes, ears, nose, and tongue and sensing body according to the samskaras it had in its causal layer, and enjoys the new mental setup. Ukramantam sthitam vapi bhunjanam vagunanvitam vimudhananu pashyanti jnana chakshushaha. The serious practitioner of yoga with an understanding of himself can see all this clearly, but those who do not have an understanding of the self, however much they try, cannot see. Yatanto yoginaschainam paschyantyatmanyavasthitam yatanto prakritatmano nainam paschyancha chetasaha yadadityagatam tejo jagadbhasayate khilam yachandramasi yachagno tattejo viddhi mamakam. The light of the sun and the light of the moon and the light of the fire, all their radiance is also from me. Gama Bishya cha bhutani dharayam yahamojasa pushnami chauschadhi sarva somo bhutva rasatmakaha. Entering into earth, I support all beings with my energy. Becoming the watery moon, I nourish all plant life. Aham vaishvanaro bhutva प्राणिनां देहमाश्रितः प्राणापानसमायुक्तः पचान्यन्नं चतुर्विधम्. I am the fire of digestion in every living body. I am the breath of life, exhaled and inhaled, with which I digest the fourfold food. Sarvasya chaham hridi sannivishto mattasmritirjnanamapohanam cha vedaischa sarvairahameva vedyo vedanta krudveda videva chaham. I am seated in everyone's heart, and from me came memory, knowledge, and their loss. I am known by the Vedas indeed. I am the creator of Vedanta, and I am the knower of the Vedas. Dvavimo purusho loke, ksharaschakshara yeva cha, ksharas sarvani bhutani, kutastokshara uchyate. There are two things, the perishable and imperishable in this world. There are the living beings who are perishable, but there is the unchangeable, the imperishable. Uttamah purushastvanyaha paramatmetyudahritaha yo lokatrayamavishya bibhartyavyaya ishwaraha. Besides these two, there is the Supreme Purusha, the Lord Himself, who pervades and sustains these three worlds. Yasma ksharamati aksharatapi chottamaha atosmi loke vedecha pratitah purushottamaha. As I am transcendental, beyond both the perishable and the imperishable and the best, I am declared both in the world and in the Vedas as the Supreme Person, Purushottama. Yoma me mama sammudho janati purushottamam sa sarvavid bhajati mam sarva bhavena bharata. Whoever knows me as the Supreme without a doubt is to be understood as the knower of everything, and he worships me with all his being. O son of Bharata, iti guhyatamam shastram idam muktam maya nagha etad buddhva buddhiman syat kritakrityascha bharata. This is the most confidential teaching disclosed by me, O sinless one, and whoever knows this will become wise, and his actions will bear fruit. Iti Srimad Bhagavad Gitasu Upanishadsu Brahma Vidyayam Yoga Shastre Shri Krishna Arjuna Samvade Purushottama Yogo Nama Panchadashodhyayaha. In the Upanishad of Srimad Bhagavad Gita, the scripture of yoga dealing with Brahma Vidya, Yoga Shastra, the science of Brahman, the Supreme Absolute, in the form of Krishna Arjuna Samvada, the dialogue between Sri Krishna and Arjuna. This is the 15th chapter named Purushottama Yoga, the yoga of the Supreme Being. Vasute Vasutam Devam कंसचानूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्. We will now continue offering the Guru Puja with the Manasa Puja. Please sit straight. Hold your hands in the Kulma Mudra. Om Hridpadmamasanam Dadyat Sahasrarachyutamrutaihi Padyam Charanayor Dadyat Manastu Arghyam Nivedayet Tena Amritena Achamaniyam Snaniyam Tena Chasmritam Akashatattvam Vastram Syat Gandhasyat Gandhatatvakam Chittam Prakalpayet Pushpam Dhupam Pranan Prakalpayet Tejastattvam cha Deepartham Naivedyam Syat Sudham Buddhihi Anahatadvanirgantha Vayutattvam cha Chamaram Sahasraram Bhavet Chatram Shabdhatattvam cha Geetakam Nrityam Indriya Karmani Chanchalyam Manasasthatha Sumekalam Padmamalam Pushpam Nana Vidham Tatha Amayadyir Bhava Pushpaihi Archayet Bhava Gocharam Amayam Anahankaram Aragam Amadham Tata Amohagam Adambham Cha Advesha Akshobhago Tata Amatsaryam Alobham Cha Dasapushpam Vidurbhudaha Ahimsa Paramam Pushpam Pushpamindriya Nigraha Daya Pushpam Kshama Pushpam Jnana Pushpam cha Panchamam Iti Panchadaser Bhava Pushpaihi Sampujayet Bhagavantam Shri Nithyananda Paramashivam. We will now do the Upachara Puja, the external worship. Om Hrim Etat Padyam Sarvadeva Devi Swarupaya Bhagavate Shri Nithyananda Paramashivaya Namaha. Om Hrim Esha Argyaha Sarvadeva Devi Swarupaya Bhagavate Shri Nithyananda Paramashivaya Namaha. Om Hrim Idam Achamaniyam Sarvadeva Devi Swarupaya Bhagavate Shri Nithyananda Paramashivaya Namaha. Om Hrim Idam Snaniyam Sarvadeva Devi Swarupaya Bhagavate Shri Nithyananda Paramashivaya Namaha. Om Hrim Idam Vastram Sarvadeva Devi Swarupaya Bhagavate Shri Nithyananda Paramashivaya Namaha. Om Hrim Eshad Gandha Sarvadeva Devi Swarupaya Bhagavate Shri Nithyananda Paramashivaya Namaha. Om Hrim Idam Sachandana Pushpam Sarvadeva Devi Swarupaya Bhagavate Shri Nithyananda Paramashivaya Namaha. Om Hrim Idam Sachandana Bilva Patram Sarvadeva Devi Swarupaya Bhagavate Shri Nithyananda Paramashivaya Namaha. Om Hrim Eshadhupaha Sarvadeva Devi Swarupaya Bhagavate Shri Nithyananda Paramashivaya Namaha. Om Hrim Eshaddeepaha Sarvadeva Devi Swarupaya Bhagavate Shri Nithyananda Paramashivaya Namaha. ॐ ह्रीं इदं सोपकर्णनैवेद्यं सर्वदेवदेवी स्वरूपाय भगवते श्रीनित्यानन्दपरमशिवाय नमः। ॐ ह्रीं इदं पानार्थोदकं सर्वदेवदेवी स्वरूपाय भगवते श्रीनित्यानन्दपरमशिवाय नमः। ॐ ह्रीं इदं पुनराचमनीयं सर्वदेवदेवी स्वरूपाय भगवते श्रीनित्यानन्दपरमशिवाय नमः। आरात्रिकम् ॐ राजाधिराजाय प्रसख्यसाहिने नमो वयं वै श्रवणाय कुर्महे समे कामान् कामकामाय मह्यं कामेश्वरो वै श्रवणो दधातु कुबेराय वैश्रवणाय महाराजाय नमः। कर्पूरगौरं करुणावतारं संसारसारं भुजगेन्द्रहारं सदा वसन्तं हृदयारविन्दे भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि। आरात्रिकं समर्पयामि भगवच्छ्री नित्यानंद परमशिव चरणकमलेभ्यो नमः। पुष्पांजलिः। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। अखण्डमण्डलाकारं व्याप्तं येन चराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। अनेकजन्मसम्प्राप्तकर्मबन्धविदाहिने आत्मज्ञानप्रधानेन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। मन्नाथ श्रीजगन्नाथो मद्गुरु श्रीजगद्गुरुः ममात्मा सर्वभूतात्मा तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। ईश्वरो गुरुराप्नेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। नित्यानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि। पुष्पांजलिं समर्पयामि भगवच्छ्री नित्यानंद परमशिव चरणकमलेभ्यो नमः। ॐ नित्यानन्दम्। All the sannyasis of the Nithyananda order are requested to partake the Pinda Prasadam. Thank you, Nithyanandam.